Welcome to this week's open thread. For today's topic, we came up with this because we just finished filming today. Full disclosure, it is Saturday. We're lying to you, it's not Sunday. That's how we get Loafy here for the open threads, is because it's the end of our filming day on Saturday, and we're all here filming together, so it's like, shit, well, might as well just get Loafy on the fucking open thread, because people love it.
Yeah, we do some of that instant transmission travel from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
So, yes, we were filming today, and one of the last things we've done today, we still have one more thing to do, actually, but this is one of the last things, was...
Oh, yeah, we're waiting.
Pickle Pops. I don't know if you've heard about these things, but basically... somebody had the great idea, and it was a great idea because people are spending money on this, and he's packaging waste, basically.
And just judging by the packaging, he's making money.
Is that it's dill pickle brine that they put in little Otter Pop containers, and then they freeze it. They turn it into a popsicle. Pickle brine. Pickle brine popsicles. Now, beyond the fact that this food item is terrible...
Yeah.
And there's no... it's just...
unapologetically. It is fucking, how could somebody sell it?
Pickle brine!
It can't be... it can't possibly be appealing to any normal human.
Yeah.
Beyond that, guess what? If you love pickle brine enough to eat a popsicle of pickle brine, you probably already have pickles in your freezer, or in your fridge, and guess what those are served inside of? Pickle brine. Right next to your fridge is a freezer. Just put them in a thing and freeze your own pickle brine. It's that easy, folks.
Don't you already got it? You sick freak.
Well, that brings us to the topic of the day, which is specifically, what is the most useless food item you can think of that you can purchase in a store somewhere? That's what I want to ask you guys.
Like pre-cooked sausage.
Like, a pickle pop is... really high on that list. Like, I can't think of something more useless. They're just taking advantage of you if you buy that. Even if you enjoy that, you're still being taken advantage of. Because how hard is it to freeze pickle brine?
There is one product that I think is, like, completely irredeemable. And I love repurposing food. I do. I think even things like pickle juice you can put into a slow cooker with a roast, and they'll break it down and they'll make it taste good. Even if it's a little bit salty.
Sure. Okay. Why you gotta be a popsicle first, though? Come on.
The product that I am thinking of right now that is just like, it's hell in a can. It is abortion on toast. It is the the chop suey vegetables that come in a can.
Oh.
Have you guys ever seen those?
Oh.
It's like in a thick, opaque kind of a sauce, and it is.
Are you talking about the one that has
disgusting.
like the little can on top of the big can?
It's a blue can, and the contents on the inside are just a slurry of gross slime and just like weird things, and I can't imagine how somebody could take that and turn it into something else.
Yeah, we got a canned item, I forget what, it was like a sushi vegetable mix or something like that, and it's like, how are you ever going to turn this into something you want to eat?
Yep.
One other thing along the lines of that are the holiday packs of hot sauces.
Oh my god.
Those are consistently terrible. It's like they use the leftovers from some third world country or something.
Aren't those just like fancy paperweights, though? Like, would you ever crack them open?
They must be. They're useless. Oh, well, Jones Soda. Jones Soda.
We've
the only
tried
reason
them.
to use those is for challenges on YouTube.
Jones Soda? I love Jones Soda.
You love turkey gravy, Jones Soda, stuffing, Jones Soda. Rhodey, candy corn.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that one's contentious.
I got that corn down in my heart. Come on, baby, candy corn. I will dig on a candy corn.
Rhodey says candy corn.
Candy corn.
I will eat it in the 3 little segments.
That is controversial.
You're a fucking monster.
That is controversial. Why don't you let us know what you think is the most useless food product you can think of down in the comments. All right. Since this is open thread, we got a couple more things to cover here. Number 1, Q&A. All right, Nick. He wants to know, would you consider doing a SoundCloud podcast for casual conversation, discussion of topics?
For you casuals?
I haven't really considered it before, and the biggest thing is that all the time we have, all the free time we have to spend together, is we have to put it towards filming things. Because if we don't do it filming things, then we're going to run out of things we filmed, and you're not going to see any videos. So it makes it hard to do extracurricular activities like radio shows or podcasts or whatnot. However, I mean, it has been a while since we've done a live show. We filmed ahead a little bit, so I think here really soon, I saw this question too, is we're going to go ahead and do a live Q&A. Coming up here soon-ish. Plus, it's all the time of recording it and editing it, putting out a thing, getting it up somewhere, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes shit that goes on that takes up extra time, too. That nobody has time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. Next question coming from Fnurks.
What?
F-N-U-R-K-Z.
I'm going berserks for the
Nerks
Fnurks.
and the perks and the perks and the perks.
Fnurks. They have a question. Is there a chance that there will be any more videos of you playing tabletop RPGs or other board games?
Ooh, I want there to be.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible. The thing is, though, is that our board gaming segment is the drunkard games, which means that the board game you play, the game you play, has to have some sort of drinking component to it. We don't want to be just like other channels that do board game reviews. There's a ton of those channels. Yeah. Go check them out. Go to Runehammer if you want that stuff. That's where to go. That's the good shit. And final question coming from Joshua Edwards. Because we're getting into the spooky months. This is going to be a very interesting question for us to answer. Any of y'all ever seen or experienced anything ghost-ish? Or what some would term supernatural. Let's dive into this, shall we? So here's my view of this thing. Have you ever experienced anything ghost-ish? Not specifically. Has anything ever spooky ever happened? It's because your mind plays tricks on you, people. Like if you're out at in the dark, like your mind reverts to that hunter-gatherer state where every shadow could be a fucking cheetah ready to eat you. That's why that comes across in your brain as scary ghosty stuff. Onto the definition of supernatural. What does that mean specifically? Well, you have the natural world, they'll tell you, which is everything we can feel and touch and smell and grope. And everything that exists outside of that is what we know as the supernatural. Everything that you can see and feel and detect through scientific means, we call that the natural world because that's the world that exists. If there was something outside of that world, it's not real. It's a fairy tale. It doesn't exist. If it is something that you can detect through sensors and science and whatever, it is no longer supernatural. It's natural. It's something that happens. You can detect it. Therefore, it is a thing.
The actual theology that exists is the one from Beetlejuice. I know this because somebody drew a doorknob on my asshole out of chalk, and Beetlejuice came right through it. Ghosts confirmed, afterlife, real. That's everything you gotta know. Nah, it's all bullshit, folks.
Loafy molasses, Loafy molasses.
Seriously.
Why do you have a doorknob on your asshole?
Hey, I didn't draw it there. I couldn't. I don't have that kind of angle, okay? When it comes right down to it, everybody, it's like... there are a lot of people who are making a lot of money duping a lot of people into small things. You know, little tiny things that are like, hey, this is reality plus, but the plus is really limp. You know, and everybody will sell you on something like that. And then they'll be like, hey, you know, you remember that ghost you got? Well, guess what? I got some ghost repellent. And it's everything you need, baby, and it's gonna solve every problem in your life. Ever since Shaman, back in the day, when it was like, hey, there's an eclipse, what's that about? It's like, oh, I'll tell you, but I gotta have sex with your daughter and drink all your booze first, you know?
It's a part of our evolution to want to make sense of the world around us. It's part of our pattern recognition that happens in our brains. That's how we're able to spot that cheetah in the dark, is that your brain is constantly making links to things. All the time. That's how you can draw two dots in a line and you see a face. when your brain
is licking your elbow.
when your brain does that, you can turn any sort of thing into any sort of connection between any other thing, and it constantly does. And there are people that can't recognize themselves doing that.
Not only that, people get very comfortable with comfortable ideas.
Yes.
And that is very dangerous.
All right, that's all the questions we have today. If you want another controversial question to ask next week, go ahead. Maybe we'll answer it. Ask us about Jesus.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get to the shout-outs. Today's shout-outs come to you from beer.
Beer!
No shots today. It's late enough. First shout-out going to Ryan Caston. He's a big fan. Been in the hospital for the last month. Can you get a shout-out? Yes, you can. I don't know if you're still in the hospital. That sucks if you are. I hope everything's going okay.
Yes. Hope everything gets back to normal very soon.
Yeah, exactly. Being in the hospital is never a good thing, so cheers to you. Get better, buddy. Thanks for watching.
Good luck.
Next shout-out for Mike Mack. He would love an old school shout-out.
Yeah, buddy.
Mike Mack.
To the Kaiser.
Yeah,
Suck
old
it to the
school.
Kaiser.
And a final shout-out going to Real Android. We've given Real Android a lot of shout-outs. He's the one that moved.
Like, yeah, that one sounds familiar.
Follow our advice. He recently told us about his ketogenic diet.
Oh, that's the dummy that like moved with college and stuff.
Sure. Real
Why gotta be so
Android.
belligerent, Guero? Jesus.
That's the piece of shit that moved.
Yeah.
A shout-out to Real Android for losing some poundage on his new diet.
Yay.
Nice.
Cheers
Well
for
done.
you. Well done. Hope you keep it up and it goes good.
I honestly thought ketogenic was like some weird like comic book thing.
That is all the shout-outs we have today. If you would like a shout-out next week, go ahead and post it in the comments down below. Just might happen. You never know. Maybe even Mog will give you a shout-out.
Yay. Maybe she'll limb the shit out of you.
She'll blum you to
Yeah.
death. As always, this is Open Thread, so if you have anything else you want to talk about, you can post that down below too. We like to talk to you guys.
No, we
occasionally.
don't.
Occasionally, I like to talk to you
He does.
occasionally.
I don't.
Sunday Fun Day. Your task for today is, our question was, what's the most useless product you could buy? Go out there and find the most useful food item you can buy. I'm talking
item?
about a chalupa. Go out there, eat that thing. All right, that's all we got today. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for watching. You're cute.